hold on. 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Hey, we're at day 1000. Yes. And just with that, welcome back to another episode of Hardcore Minecraft. It is currently episode 8. Oh, I've been waiting for this day. How wonderful. 1000 days survived in hardcore Minecraft. So, as you can see, in between these last 2 episodes, I've been hard at work at building up the actual structure for the bridge. And obviously, it is out of stone brick at the moment. This is just a placeholder block. I'm just making this so you see the actual shape that I'm going for. I left it very plain at the end of last episode. So I think we're obviously going to decorate this. And as you can see, we're going to be using a lot of copper. I went ahead and I smelted all of the raw copper that I had already harvested, which was over a shulker box. I was pretty surprised. So I think it's this one. Yes, you can see I've already oxidized quite a bit. And we got a lot more left. And then I have some in here as well. And then we also have a lot of copper ore that we can break down in the future. So I'm planning on making, obviously this needs to be completed. This needs to be mirrored so I can have the full shape. But as you can see, this is the full shape. If you can just imagine that it is mirrored on the other side. I'm working towards it. I actually have to rebuild these walls. I've already torn them down. But I'm going to get on that. So I will see you very, very soon. Day 1000. Quite an incredible achievement.
Well, it's fully constructed. At least the structural part of it. The actual shape of it has been constructed. And I've been working on the bottom. So you can kind of see what style I'm going for here. Whoa. 4 creepers. Thanks, man. Terrifying. It's absolutely terrifying. All right. So you can kind of see what block palette I'm going for. And my inventory is really, really messy right now because I've taken a break from this, but I'll show you that in a second. So you can kind of see I'm trying to go for a really cyan colored palette. The prismarine, the oxidized copper, and then warped wood. And we got a little bit more shape here with some walls and stairs and slabs, and then the soul lanterns add a little bit of light so it glows at night. And then you get another side. This is the middle. As you can see, the middle piece is pretty similar. It's just, you know, it's a different length, so it's not as wide. So I couldn't or it's wider, so I couldn't actually put just 2 without it looking kind of strange. And keep in mind, this took about 2 hours for me to actually design properly because I'm very bad at building. This side is the same. It's the same as the opposite side of it. And I've gone ahead and worked on the actual leg piece, I guess you would call it. But I decided to take a break from that because I think there are more pressing matters to attend to. Namely, I want iron. So you can kind of see it there. You can get a little tiny smidge of it through this hole that blew up while I was actually making the area for this. So I've decided I'm going to be building an iron farm. As you can see, I have a rail line set up where I just take villagers from here. It's constantly producing. I'm going to need a lot of them. So I've actually sent them over here. I've been using zombie villagers just to actually get the zombies for this place because it's much easier than having to find them at night. You can only get them in certain areas. But as you can see, I've only actually, let me turn this off so you can see the actual village layout that I've set up first. So this is a iron farm designed by Tango Tek. I will be linking the video that I used for this in the description. As always, anything that I take from someone else, I always allow you guys to actually view it and see it. So this is 12 villagers right here, and it produces 9,000 iron an hour. Yeah, it produces 9,000 iron an hour. So this took forever, and you can see how tall this actually is. I'm going to have to do some terraforming to cover it back up because I don't want it exposed. Not really. I don't really care for it to be exposed too much, and I've already placed a bunch of slabs to prevent iron golems from spawning. But yeah, this took quite some time to actually build. You can see the footprint. It's actually 65 blocks tall. So I had to go ahead and make a hole that fit the size. And I know the first question that some of you are going to be asking is, why didn't you just do this outside? The reason behind that is I don't like having things exposed. I like things being hidden. Mostly, I want them to be somewhat hidden. So yeah, that's partially the reason. And I actually blew up from here probably to around there with TNT for the most part. I ended up using about 18 stacks of TNT, just getting it down to that point. And then I was like, it's deep enough. I can just dig the rest away. So yeah, this is layer 1 of 5, and I have to go ahead and build the rest of it. And I want this to start producing because I want to work on a storage system really badly. I'm getting to the point where I'm creating chest monsters everywhere I go. So it's very imperative that I actually get one sooner than later, you know? So there's going to be no time lapse for this. I am going to just go ahead and build it. I don't feel the need to have a time lapse, so maybe I'll bring you guys back in after each layer that I build. I ran out of villagers. I'm almost done with filling up the second level. As you can see, I've built a railway elevator, I guess you could call it. I'll show it to you from the top. It's just, a spiral staircase where it has some railways. And sorry, I have let me just remove this all the way down so you don't have to see it. So this is just, I just built this in creative real quick, tested it to make sure it worked. They don't actually take damage on the way up, thankfully. There's a glass block there blocking or stopping them from taking damage. It actually might not even be necessary. I just thought that a glass block would probably do best there. But as you can see, I have 11 villagers in here so far. I'm missing the last one, as well as the 2 zombie villagers here, the Freds, I've decided to call them. But I'm going to get back to it. I was using the hitboxes so I didn't punch the villagers instead while I was breaking the minecarts. All right, see you in a bit. Well, the bottleneck is now villagers. I didn't end up, I thought I was going to, bring you back in after I built every single level, but I've gone ahead and I've constructed the entire farm. It is, for the most part, completed. I'm just waiting for, I need 2 more villagers here. I need 2 zombies to be put in here as well. And then I need another 12. So I need, let's see, 2, that's 4, 16. I need 18 more villagers total because I'm using zombie villagers for the killing chambers. And then this thing is finally up and running. This is not hard to build when you have light Matica. Honestly, I don't think it was challenging at all, and I really, really am happy that I decided to build this like railway upwards, just to have an easy access to put these villagers in. I thought it was going to be difficult to put the villagers in when I build the top layers, but I realized how much room I have, and I can just not put the water in here and then use a rail line, bring them in, drop them in, break the minecart. They automatically are in the space. It's perfectly fine and quick and easy. But as you can see, this is one layer. I fly down here, drop on this again. This is another layer. I think I'm going to start lighting these up. Oh, wait, I can't put it there because this block moves. But just to, you know, secure some lighting, make sure it's nice and lit. No mobs will spawn on it. Out. And then we're at the bottom layer. So you can see how tall this thing is. I really, really enjoy this farm, and it's kind of been working. I've had some iron golems spawn. I actually had some iron golems spawn and kill my zombie as I was bringing it up to its holding cell. Yeah, it's been quite annoying, but this is the bottleneck right here. I've probably been waiting here for, this has taken like 5-6 hours just to put in. I keep coming over here, throwing in some bread. Well, trying to throw in some bread to see if they pick it up, which they do. And then if they pick it up, I go ahead and I grab a little bit more and send that going as well. Bop, bop, bop. They don't pick it up, so I'll pick it back up. As you can see, they are filled up on bread. It just takes some time for them to actually go ahead and begin breeding. But yeah, this is quite a process. It's just very time consuming because the farm's been built for probably a good 2-3 hours now. I would say maybe probably closer to 2 than 3. But this is just the setup. I have them travel from down there all the way up, and then they get sent into the holding cells, and then I just hop down, break the minecart, pick it back up, run back down, press the button again, send another one up, and just repeat the process. It takes some time. I've actually decided to use smithing tables because I had more iron than I do paper, which brings me to think that I should build a sugarcane farm right here. I think I'm going to build a slime block based sugarcane farm. Just, you know, with some rails underneath, like rail hopper minecart collection system with a flying machine that goes across. And it's going to be pretty small because I don't need it to run very often. I just need it for the rockets because I am using more rockets than I know what to do with. And I don't have the sugarcane supply to sustain my rocket usage. If only you could buy paper from, let's say, the cartographer or even a librarian, I'd be very happy. But yeah, I'm gonna continue waiting because I've just been coming over here, standing right in between these candles, blocking this up, as you can see here, and staring. Just keeping it on. I've been playing other video games while watching it. Hopefully it just passes the time. But yeah, I'm gonna keep going. It's rough. And it's done. Finally. I think it took longer to get the villagers to breed than it did to build the farm. And as you can see right here, it is working. Oh, it's phenomenal. It's you know, 60 villagers is about 9,000 items an hour, as I did state before. So yeah, it's pretty good. I do need to add a little bit of tweakage. As you can see, these guys spawn outside of the range, which is quite aggravating. They need to actually go into the hole where they belong. They're supposed to fall to their deaths. And then these guys, this guy should not be spawning in here, but he did. So I do have to go through and do a little bit of tweakage and make it so they don't spawn outside of these barriers that are created by these cobblestone walls. But as you can see, it is working. It is functioning quite well. I've turned down mob sound or friendly mob sounds so you can only hear the zombies. But it spawns like six iron golems every time these guys get pushed up. And I've already emptied this, but as you can see, it is going. It is producing, and producing. So obviously this setup is very temporary for the storage system. It will change. I will eventually move it into a centralized storage system that I will be building sometime soon. I don't give an actual date because I don't know when I'm actually going to build it. But besides that, I went ahead and built a tiny little sugarcane farm that I'm thinking about moving because I built this just right here. It was like, oh yeah, I'll build it, but I think it's probably out of place and it does need to change. So I'll probably go ahead and do that in between episodes, maybe. And yeah, so I'm pretty happy with how this turned out. And I think for now, instead of working on this and prettying it up, I want to instead work on building up the bridge a little bit more. So I actually have been working on it a little tiny bit in between this last clip and this clip. So as you can see, I've started on the other side of it and I've already shaped a good portion of it. This top bit I'm thinking about changing up just to see which side I like more. So I've already showed this side. I'm pretty sure I have. And I'm pretty happy with it. I think it turned out really nice. I enjoy it quite a bit. So you can kind of see the theme that I'm going for once again, but I'm honestly not too happy with this piece, to be honest. I don't like the shape all that much. So I think I'll probably end up changing this out and just keeping it very, symmetrical because obviously this is more freeform. It's not very symmetrical. And it takes a lot of deep slate. This is a good amount of deep slate tiles to actually build, which, it's fine. It's not the end of the world. As you can see, I've also laid out more copper because I'm running low. My supply of oxidized copper is, in fact, running short. So I already have the stuff in my inventory and I'll just show you my process. So the way that I do this is I try and place here and there, I'll place 2, I'll place 3, and then I'm trying to break it up a good majority of it with prismarine. So I don't actually want too much of oxidized copper and stripped warp stems. I do not really care for them. I think they are a nice block, but I think they should be used sparingly. So I'm going to just go ahead and do that. So I will see you guys in a bit.
Hello. It is officially that time. I've upgraded to 1.19. Got kind of bored working on the bridge, and I was looking for a mangrove biome, and I was like, I'll search for a deep dark biome, but I'm only going to do that on stream so I can capture my live reaction towards finding the ancient cities. And I was on my way back, and I found this little pillager outpost, and I know now that pillager outposts can actually contain goat horns, which are a thing in 1.19. So I wanted to capture my reaction to finding potentially a goat horn. So we're gonna go ahead and search this also cool little ice bike biome. I'm not even phased by these. I've found like 6 of them in my world so far, which is a ridiculous amount. But they are there. So as you can see, I was digging around looking for a deep dark, and then I was like, I'll just head home. There's no point in trying to find it off stream. So I just dug straight up and made my way back, and we found this on our way back. So hopefully there's not too many of these guys. There's only 2. Not bad. All right. Oh, 3. And please, 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 please give me a goat horn. Ooh, we got sing. I don't know what that one is, but we will take the wheat. And we found a mangrove biome. So let's give this a little play. I don't know what sing is. Ooh, this is such a good one. I really like this horn. I really, really like it. Awesome. Super cool. But yeah, I'm just gonna make my way back. I don't think I'm gonna finish the bridge today just because It is very resource intensive on resources that I don't have enough of. I need to get a lot of warped wood. Ooh, an abandoned village. Again, I found a couple of these. So we'll take a screenshot of that too. And these things are cool because they're apparently really rare, but I think this is a third or fourth one I found in this world. And I like how it's on the mountain biome. I really enjoy that. But yeah, as you can see, there are a bunch of zombie villagers. We're gonna unload these guys so they don't actually burn to death. And another one, man. There's one way over there, and then there's another one right over here. I find way too many of these, and this is proof at how common these are in my world. They're just like mesa biomes. I've found like 15 or 20 mesa biomes in this world too. But yeah, I'm super excited about this world. 1.19 came around, and I really don't want to explore the ancient cities. I don't really care for them. I don't think the rewards are enough of an incentive to actually explore and risk, insta death via warden. I'll take a screenshot of this too. But the I think the only thing that I would really want there that I could consider a somewhat incentive is Swift Sneak. So Swift Sneak is an enchantment that I would really like because I spend a lot of time sneaking in this world. I do. Even if I'm just mining blocks, like I'll be down here. Let's say I'm mining blocks, and I'll be like this, just sneaking around, and I feel like it'll be just speed up the process a little bit. Also with bridging, it'll be nice, but for the most part, I don't care to explore them. But as you can see, where is adventuring time? We're at 51 out of 52, as well as we need the sneak 100, but I've almost explored everything. I had got it in the last 1.18.2 when I found the Stony Peaks. That was the only biome I was missing. But for the most part, that's really the only thing I'm concerned about is getting Swift Sneak and maybe the record disc. But I am going to go in there with a bunch of wool, probably like a shulker box filled with white wool, and place it on every single step. I will not be going in there, haphazardly. So yeah, I'm just gonna make my way back, and I'll show you the progress that I've made on the bridge. It's not a lot, but it is a good indication of what shape I want this bridge to be in. And once again, I do need to gather a lot of resources for it. I don't remember the chords. Maybe we'll use one of our netherite ingots on a lodestone just so I have a location specific towards the base, the mega base, so I never lose it and I'm always aware of where it is. But I think this time while I'm traveling back, ooh, that looked weird. Okay, whatever. But while I'm traveling back, I do want to talk about a couple rules that I set for the hardcore series that I do. Just, get them out of the way so they're all established. So rule number one, I already discussed before day 1000. I do not go above the nether roof. I don't enjoy going above the nether roof. And I just think it makes it a lot easier for travel, and I want it to be a little bit more challenging, because if you want to travel safely in the nether, below the nether roof, you just have to dig tunnels. And for me, that's, as tedious as it might be, I do think it is better. Just, it makes it a little bit more challenging to use the nether for travel. And then it prevents you from building a gold farm early. So gold is pretty valuable. As you can see, I stop and I pick up every single gold block that I see in these abandoned portals, and also check out these little chests if I can find it, which I don't know where this one is, because it is sunk. But another rule that I set for myself in Hardcore series is I don't do raids to get totems, at least for the first, until the first use of said totem. I don't actually do any raids just because I feel like raids make getting the totems too easy. Because each raid you do is 5 totems, and it devalues them, in my opinion. It does make them very, not valuable because you can just get them so easy. And finding woodland mansions is always fun because it gives you the incentive to explore. And then the other rule that I set is I don't look at the seed on like a website like Chunkbase or Use Emits, if that app or if that application still exists. I don't use them because I don't enjoy, finding things on a map and then just going straight there. Because once again, it does decentivize you to not explore the world. You just go, there's no point in exploring. I already know where everything is. So trying to search for things makes it more enjoyable and less of like, oh, there's a woodland mansion at 12,000 minus 7,000 or something like that. It makes it more enjoyable to find them on your own. Speaking of which, I don't know where I am. I think I need to go this way further. It's probably around 800, 1800. I don't remember. Whatever. So yeah, those are the 3 rules that I set. I don't look at the seed, nor do I know the seed. I don't disclose it just because I don't think that they are worth disclosing. I do think it's less enjoyable because finding woodland mansions, finding ocean monuments, finding mushroom islands, all that stuff kind of goes out the window when you just know the seed and you can just look at it and I know I can just do this and I can just find the seed. That's a command I can use, but I just don't because, the seed is it takes the fun out of the exploration. So I prefer to do it this way. But I'm going to try and find my way back to the base. I'm going to pull up some chords and I'll see you guys back at the base. Oh, I love that. All right, see you in a bit. Home sweet home. We were back at the base. Finally, I ended up just taking the portal. We came across my industrial district and came back. And so, as you can see, I don't know if I mentioned this, I mossified this side of the wall, and I'm probably going to end up mossing this part as well. But as you can see, I've put in some work. I've gone ahead and placed all the deep slate for the patterns that I want, and I just noticed that this is completely uneven. Why is it uneven? Huh. Good thing I looked, because that's not supposed to be there. I need to fix that. Wow, I can't believe no one in my stream actually told me that it was uneven. Maybe I didn't get a good look at it and to see it. But as you can see, we're going to just ignore this. As you can see, this is the pattern that I'm going for. Sorry, the beacon beam is in the way. And then obviously we're repeating this on this side. I didn't bother doing the bottom yet because I don't have enough of, the blocks that fit there, the prismarine, the warped stem, and then oxidized copper, which as you can see here, I'm working on oxidized copper. But this is the bridge pattern and nothing on the top yet because I haven't figured out how that's going to work. But I'm going to get to it, and hopefully between this clip and the next clip, you will see at least this side fully decorated. Not this. Want to clarify once again, this part will probably still be unfinished just because I do not have enough blocks for it. But the rest of this, all this deep slate, and maybe even the pillars at the very bottom will be complete as well. Oh, I love the goat horns. I think they're phenomenal. And I can just hold the button down. Whoop, and you can see that it stays here. Hold and right click. doesn't make it go down, and then I can just continuously play the goat horn. It's wonderful. All right, see you guys in a bit. Well, it's almost done. Not even close. I've done everything that I can, as you can see, and I thought I would have enough copper, but this is all the oxidized copper that I have left out of this entire field, like 18 stacks of copper just wasted in here. Oxidized copper, full blocks. I could have gotten 4 times the amount if I used cut, but I tried cut and creative and I did not think it looked good because there are too many lines, and I'm trying to just, keep the color in there as much as I possibly can without having to go to oxidized. But I did at least do all of the deep slate pieces of the walls. So as you can see in here, this is a massive amount of oxidized copper, warp stem, and prismarine. And I have a lot left to go, including the foundations. But we've had a couple thunderstorms here, so now I have some more skeleton horses. And I actually found something really cool while I was streaming and I was building this, and I actually got a chance to save the clip of my actual reaction. And towards the end of the stream, we built a quick little nether stem farm that's designed by ShulkerCraft. So obviously, link will be in the description just because you know the drill. It's important that we actually provide credit where credit is due. So link will be in the description where you can actually download the world and see it yourself. Now, I just want to demonstrate it real quick. So in there are pistons constantly pushing up the warped nylium, and it's getting bone mealed both times by the dispenser and that dispenser to spread the nylium and hopefully grow a mushroom. And as you can see, that's loud. Let's back away a bit. Let's see if that reduces the sound. We can always just zoom in. So, chests there that just loaded out where they are filled with bone meal, feeding these dispensers. And as a tree grows, it gets it gets detected, and then triggers that whole sequence where these TNT dupers drop, land on these obsidian blocks, and blow up the nether stems, as you see here. I think ShulkerCraft said this is about 7,000 nether stems an hour. And as you can see, it's also been switched out to only give me warped stems instead of crimson and warped, because I do not need crimson and warped. I just need warped. And I'm also collecting the shroom lights. So I'll go ahead and turn off the block so it's not loud. But I will be tearing this down and putting it in the industrial area that we have set up. But as you can see, it's working wonderfully. I have some item sorters set up here. So these three are nether stems, crimson stem, shroom lights, and warp blocks, which we have plenty of. I don't know what I'm going to use them for, but, it never hurts to have them. So I've already cleared this out. We had over a double chest filled, as you can see, up to here, double chest, and then it's obviously generating more. And we have a decent amount of shroom lights. But this thing is working pretty well. And I think now I'm going to be playing that clip of the mob that I found that was unfortunately, well, you'll see. The whole way down. That's a diamond one. Ooh, baby. Look at this. Check this out. Wait, where'd he go? Yeah, I couldn't tell what mob that was, honestly, but I was just building over here, as you saw, and I just saw it in the corner of my eye, because I'm always looking out for them, because I know that they spawn in an increased rate the more you spend time in one certain area. So I've tried to be constantly vigilant and look and see if I can spot something. And I was building right around here, and I saw a speck of diamond armor. And I went, wait, oh no. And I flew down. I mean, you just saw the clip, so you know what exactly happened. But by the time I turned around, he had vanished. So how unlucky was that? That I found two of them in this world. If you remember, watched episode 2, the rare encounter, when I was killing that zombie, or killing zombies, and he just spawned into the spawner. And then a natural found one, and that guy had an enchanted helmet, which it's quite sad that I've had two of them spawn in that I've seen, and two of them have disappeared on me. But what can you do? You know, there's not much that can be done there, unfortunately. It is what it is. I'm not going to stress over it. I'm sure I'll find more in this world. But anyway, it is time to end the episode because I do believe that I have spent a good amount of time in this episode. I've spent way too long playing Minecraft. So let's just do a little review of what we've done today because this episode. I say today, it's been well over a week for me. So number one, we got an iron farm, Tango Tek iron farm. Once again, link in the description. It's actually off right now because I've gotten enough iron for now. I don't need it. Went ahead and built this tiny little sugarcane farm that is loud. Very loud. Built this tiny little sugarcane farm. It's enough to support my needs. We've upgraded to 1.19 with almost every single mod. Hopefully the replay mod and mini HUD and the Lightmatica get updated sooner than later. We started the little descent, which I'm honestly not very happy with. I think this will be changed. I was just trying out some stuff, little things here and there, and let it sit for a couple days. And then we worked on this for a while. We actually completed the stone brick structure in this episode, as well as, I guess you would say half of it, a little over half. What do you think? What would you say for here? 60%? Maybe? Whatever. And then finally, we built this. We built this little nether stem farm, ShulkerCraft, obviously. Links will be in the description for all of these things that you see so you can build them in your own worlds. And if you have any ideas of what we should do next episode, I think next episode is more going to be village based, maybe. We might work on the village a little bit more, and then maybe we find a way to build a copper farm, because obviously I need a lot of it, and I'm fresh out of copper. I'll show you exactly how much copper I have left, but it's not going to be enough. Plus the inside, I'm going to use a lot of copper too, so it will be expensive and heavily copper based. So I have all this. This is what I got, copper of unoxidized, and then this is what I got of oxidized. And I'm fresh out. I got nothing left. I have no more ore that I've collected from this area, and I don't want to go mining for more. So, yeah, that's going to do it for me. Thank you everyone for watching. I appreciate it. If you enjoyed the video, please don't forget, leave a like, comment, and potentially subscribe. I always appreciate it. I have up to 12 subscribers now. It's wild that 12 of you actually want to watch what I put out. It's kind of crazy to me. I don't really expect it. To me, this content is just a way for me to show off what I do in the worlds and my thought process behind certain things. And don't forget, you want to check me out on Twitch, twitch.tv/Sparky164. I'm pretty sure I didn't plug it in, but if I did, I apologize, and I will put the amount of times that I put it in the video right here. So, yeah, and if you want to join the Discord that I have, the link to that will be in the description, so you can turn around and see whenever I'm live, see things that I'm working on off stream, and see updates when I am actually going live on Twitch, when a video is posted, etc., etc. You know the deal. But that's going to do it for me. Hopefully, you all have a wonderful day, week, month, year, night, morning, whatever it is. All right. Bye bye.